We love him so much and we appreciate him. My wife and I and our team.
Shockwave swept through Fellowship Church one Sunday morning when Pastor Charles Jenkins suddenly collapsed during his sermon. What had started as a normal, inspiring service quickly turned into a scene of concern and confusion. His voice, once steady and passionate, began to tremble slightly and his grip on the pulpit tightened. At first, people assumed it was just the intensity of his preaching. But within moments, his strength failed, and he leaned forward, unable to remain standing. The congregation was stunned. Some gasped in fear, others began praying aloud, and a few rushed to help him while maintaining calm as best they could. The church, a place usually filled with songs of joy and laughter, became quiet, punctuated only by whispers, soft prayers, and concerned murmurs. Eyewitnesses described the moment as surreal, as if time had briefly stopped, leaving everyone unsure of what to do next. Immediate response. Medical personnel among the congregation acted quickly, checking his pulse and ensuring he was steady, while ushers tried to calm those around them. Phones appeared as people dialed emergency services, and prayer filled the sanctuary, a mix of hope and fear interwoven into the air. Within minutes, paramedics arrived with a stretcher, and the pastor was carefully carried out to waiting ambulances. What had begun as a day of worship had transformed into a moment of collective concern and quiet reflection. Congregants followed outside, holding hands, murmuring prayers, and comforting one another. The familiar music of the church was replaced by a shared silence, a heavy acknowledgement of the fragility of human life and leadership. Outside, flashing ambulance lights painted the street as church members formed prayer circles, holding on to hope. Arrival at the hospital, Pastor Jenkins was rushed to the hospital, where doctors worked diligently to stabilize him. Initial reports confirmed that he was alive, but his condition remained serious, requiring close monitoring. Family members stayed by his side, providing support and encouragement. His wife, quietly strong, requested privacy while asking for the congregation's continued prayers. Church leaders coordinated visits and updates, trying to balance transparency with respect for his and the family's privacy. While the hospital staff focused on his medical care, the congregation grappled with the shock, turning to prayer and reflection to process the sudden turn of events. Reactions from the community. The story quickly spread through social media. Videos from the church showing the moments after his collapse circulated widely, drawing messages of support from all over the country. Hashtags like #PrayForJenkins began trending as people sent their thoughts, prayers, and encouragement. Alongside the outpouring of love, there were questions and speculation about the cause of his sudden collapse. Some wondered if it was related to stress or exhaustion, while others focused on his demanding schedule and tireless commitment to ministry. The combination of curiosity and concern highlighted a broader conversation about the pressures placed on church leaders and the physical and emotional toll of their responsibilities behind the scenes. As more details emerged, insiders revealed that Pastor Jenkins had been working at a relentless pace in the weeks leading to his collapse. He had traveled extensively, preached regularly, participated in music and ministry events, and fulfilled countless obligations without sufficient rest. The incident became a reminder that even those who appear strong and unwavering have limits. Many pastors, like Jenkins, often push themselves to serve others while neglecting their own health, fearing they might let people down if they slow down. His sudden collapse brought this reality into sharp focus, sparking conversations about self-care, balance, and shared responsibility within ministry work. Signs of hope. At the hospital, small but meaningful signs of progress began to appear. Jenkins showed brief moments of awareness, movement, and responsiveness, providing encouragement to his family and the medical team. These glimpses of recovery were met with relief and gratitude, though doctors cautioned that the next 24 hours were crucial. Every positive sign was celebrated quietly, as loved ones clung to hope and prayer for his continued improvement. The congregation, while waiting anxiously for updates, drew strength from these signs, holding on to the belief that their pastor's spirit remained strong even in a moment of physical vulnerability. The national response. The story of Pastor Jenkins's collapse resonated far beyond his church in Chicago. Fellow pastors, gospel musicians, and national faith leaders offered public prayers and messages of encouragement. Social media and news outlets amplified these voices, creating a nationwide conversation about the challenges of ministry and the importance of supporting leaders. Messages of love, Solidarity and encouragement poured in, reflecting the widespread respect and admiration for Jenkins's service and dedication. Worship events, prayer chains, and community gatherings were organized, emphasizing unity and shared faith during a time of uncertainty. Addressing the rumors. While much of the response was positive and supportive, speculation about Jenkins's condition also emerged online. Some questioned the lack of detailed updates, while others discussed potential stress factors or the demands of leading a large congregation. Church leaders worked to balance transparency with the family's need for privacy, encouraging the community to focus on prayer and positive support. The incident highlighted the tension between public interest and personal boundaries, illustrating the delicate line leaders often navigate in times of crisis. Reflection on ministry and leadership. Pastor Jenkins's collapse prompted broader reflection on the responsibilities and expectations placed on church leaders. Discussions arose about the physical, emotional, and spiritual toll of ministry and the need for shared support within the congregation. Leaders recognized that one individual should not bear the entire weight of guiding a large community alone. The event encouraged conversations about succession planning, temporary leadership, and the importance of fostering a culture where rest, care, and delegation are valued. It was a wake-up call that even the most dedicated leaders need support, and that a community thrives best when responsibilities are shared. Community unity. Outside the hospital and within the congregation, people continued to gather in prayer, worship, and fellowship. Candlelight vigils, prayer circles, and community support events became expressions of love and solidarity, allowing people to process their emotions collectively. This unity emphasized the power of community in navigating challenges and provided a model of care and compassion during times of uncertainty. The collective hope and commitment of the congregation reflected the enduring influence of Pastor Jenkins and the values he had cultivated throughout his ministry. Lessons learned. Pastor Jenkins's experience became a symbol not only of personal vulnerability, but also of the responsibilities of leadership and the importance of community care. The story underscored that even those with unwavering dedication need rest, support, and understanding. It prompted reflection on the hidden burdens that leaders often carry and inspired conversations about mental, physical, and spiritual wellness within ministry contexts. Congregants and leaders alike were reminded that shared responsibility, empathy, and open communication are essential components of a thriving faith community. Moving forward. As the days passed, updates about Pastor Jenkins's condition continued to inspire hope. His journey toward recovery became a shared experience for the congregation and the wider gospel community. The incident sparked discussions about sustainable ministry practices, balanced workloads, and the importance of acknowledging human limitations. While the full road to recovery remained uncertain, the lessons learned from this moment were clear. Support, care, and community are vital, and even the strongest leaders thrive best when they are not alone. A lasting impact. The story of Pastor Charles Jenkins's collapse extended far beyond the immediate crisis. It became a catalyst for reflection on leadership, self-care, and the power of community in times of need. The love and support poured in from across the nation demonstrated the impact of shared faith and mutual encouragement. Conversations about balance, responsibility, and resilience continued, encouraging both church leaders and congregations to prioritize holistic well-being. Jenkins's experience highlighted that while moments of vulnerability are inevitable, they can also lead to growth, understanding, and a deeper appreciation for the interconnectedness of faith and community, a symbol of strength and hope. Ultimately, Pastor Jenkins's experience reminded everyone that even leaders who appear unshakable are human and need care, support, and rest. The prayers, messages, and collective hope of the community created a strong foundation for his recovery and for the ongoing vitality of the church he had nurtured. While the future held challenges, the incident left a legacy of awareness, compassion, and shared responsibility. It also reinforced the notion that faith and leadership thrive most when the burden is shared, hope is sustained, and love is expressed through action as much as words.